got a problem, sir? Get the f*** out of the way! Threatening my kids? Yeah.
Remember that intense road rage video just a few weeks back? Father opening fire on another truck, and that dad had a couple of terrified kids in the back screaming. They just wanted to go home. We have an update on that story, but first, let's show you once again how it all went down.
Got a problem, sir? Get the f*** out of the way! Threatening my kids? Yeah.
You see what happened there? Some neighbor told James Hofert, that's the dad, that a guy driving a truck, he's a troublemaker. So James Hofert, who's not a cop, flips on sirens, lights. Why he has a camera trained on him, I don't know. But bottom line, he's speeding through streets, putting everybody at risk, including his little kids who are in the back. So back and forth they go. Again, this is so dangerous. At one point, dad here plows into the truck. So that's one confrontation. They continue on, and then where it really gets dangerous is they meet again as they're deep into the suburban neighborhoods here, and then the truck driver backs up into him, and that's when he gets out of control.
He's trying to cause... he's gonna hit me. He hit me. He just hit me! Oh, I'm gonna put his ass. He just ran me! He just ran me! I'm going north. I'm Sierra Road here. Here on whatever. He ran in the I have dash. I'm like it's Comanche and Montclair. He ran me. And I am armed, but the blast has gone to his face. I have 2 kids in my car, and he's causing a lot of He's in the gun! He's in the gun! Stupid ass! Stop firing, he just back. He's going down.
Again, you can hear the terrified screams of his kids. Amazingly, everyone okay in that. Now, we last heard the suspect there, dad, James Hofert. He was pleading guilty to shooting from a car, child abuse, and using unauthorized emergency sirens. But just a few days ago, instead of going to jail, court records indicate the judge sent the man to Veterans Court. So we want a clarification on that. Let's bring in our HLN legal analyst, great criminal defense attorney, Joey Jackson. So Veterans Court, what is that?
Yeah, Mike, good to see you. You know, just before getting into that, if you're looking at the video, you see the cars driving by, you see at least one bystander out there. It could have gone so much worse than this in terms of firing the shot, some innocent bystander gets hit, etc. With respect to Veterans Court, different jurisdictions take into consideration people who could potentially have varying and special needs. So, for example, this jurisdiction has a Veterans Court which takes into account veterans are exposed to a variety of troubling circumstances when they're overseas defending our freedoms. The rules of engagement are different. The environmental factors are different. What you can do and cannot do are different. And in taking that into account, they have a specific court where they have programs that are designed to reintegrate you into society and to understand that perhaps the norms change just a little bit. So if you satisfy those programs, they operate as we lawyers call as mitigating factors, right? That is factors that the court understands, right? You see it there, judicially supervised programs, whether it's substance abuse, behavioral disorders, to get you back into the mainstream so that you can, as it says, be a healthy, law-abiding citizen and individual. And that's what these courts, Mike, are designed to do.
Got it. And you said it very well. I don't think anybody wants to beat up on a veteran, but what this man did, it was very dangerous. Someone could have ended up dead. Bottom line, let's show again just a little piece of this, just how quick his anger just goes through the roof. Here's another portion of what we just saw.
You got a problem, sir? Get the f*** out of the way! Threatening my kids?
Again, within seconds that gun is out. So I think everybody wants to know, I mean, anger management at the least. Will he get the help he needs, Joey?
Yeah, and I think, Mike, that's why you have these courts, right? Because they are designed for people who may have some kind of problems and ailments. You know, a lot of times veterans are out there and they're doing tremendous work on behalf of the country, but just you're away from your family, you know, you're facing harrowing and difficult circumstances and issues. Sometimes they do self-medicate, right, where you're having and putting substances into your body, which potentially you shouldn't be, but you need to feel better. And in light of that and other things that could be occurring and other issues, these courts are designed to get you into the programs so that you can get healthy, can get right, and recognizing your service to the country, but also recognizing that, you know, we have certain behavioral norms to keep everyone safe that everyone has to abide to. So I'm hoping, Mike, that he gets the help that he needs, the assistance he needs, so that he can be a law-abiding citizen and move forward in a very productive way.
No, absolutely. Because I think when you and I first did this story, the district attorney, if I'm not mistaken, wanted about 3 years. So let me ask you, is justice served at the end of the day here if the man gets the help he needs?
I really think it is, because remember, certainly I know punishment is important, you know, deterrence, you want to deter people, that's important, but rehabilitation is important too. And so to the extent that you have a veteran who could be rehabilitated, we recognize that perhaps there were other issues and ailments going on there. You want him to get healthy, you want him to get well, you want him to be able to take care of those kids you heard was screaming, and I think that will serve justice. But thank goodness, as we saw cars that were driving by there, forgetting even about this chase here where people could have certainly been injured. But when he fires those shots, to the extent that people are out there and cars are passing by, boy, this could have gone so bad. I'm just, you know, I'm so thankful that it didn't go that way.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Joey, thanks so much. Again, we reached out this morning to the dad's attorneys, by the way, had not heard back by our deadline.